in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg from Duke University.
There's such a purity to this moment. A young man from Newport, Maine, sharing his childhood dream realized with his mother, Kelly, a 1,000-point scorer in her own right. His father, Ralph, who also played collegiate ball, his twin brother, Ace. And now Dallas, a franchise whose eras are defined by two names.
With the second pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper from Rutgers University.
The 19-year-old Dylan Harper out of Rutgers. This is, of course, a family and a team, as Ace Bailey cheers him on, that knows this process and stage well. Dylan's mother, Maria, who he is very close with, coached him from kindergarten to high school.
With the third pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select VJ Edgecombe from Bimini, Bahamas and Baylor University.
Sharing a hug with his mom, Bendra. What a moment for this family. Talk to VJ, and it's just so evident the pride he carries for the Bahamas, where he grew up. This is his family in the stands here. And he says the toughness, the heart, and playing on concrete, that shaped him.
With the fourth pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kon Knueppel from Duke University.
Good call, Andrea. Another Dookie drafted here in the top 5. Knueppel, he comes from a basketball family here. His mom, Shari, is the all-time leading scorer in Wisconsin Green Bay women's history.
With the fifth pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Arius Ace Bailey from Rutgers University.
Yeah, the question with Ace Bailey was never about his talent, but simply where would the Big Ten all-freshman selection end up? And now we know, the Utah Jazz.
With the sixth pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Trey Johnson from the University of Texas.
Trey Johnson, the 6'5" guard out of Texas, sharing this moment with his dad, Richard, his mom, Priscilla, and of course his younger siblings as well.
With the seventh pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Jeremiah Fears from the University of Oklahoma.
Gifted is the word our draft expert Jonathan Gavoni used to describe Jeremiah Fears. I would say swaggy as well.
With the eighth pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Yegor Demin from Moscow and Brigham Young University.
Yegor Demin is the first player born in Russia to be drafted since 2013. He grew up in Moscow. His dad, Vladimir, played professionally in Russia.
With the ninth pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Colin Murray Boyles from the University of South Carolina.
Colin Murray Boyles sharing this moment with his mom, Yvonne, his dad, Sean.
With the 10th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Kaman Malawach from Rumbek, South Sudan, the NBA Academy Africa in Senegal, and Duke University.
The clear emotion here for Kaman Malawach and his family.
And now, with the 11th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Cedric Coward from Washington State University.
So the Portland Trailblazers select Colin Cowherd here. This is a young man with the ultimate bet on yourself story.
With the 12th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Noah Essengay from Saint-Jean-du-Bray, France, and the Club in Germany.
Noah Essengay, one of the risers in this draft.
With the 13th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Derek Queen from the University of Maryland.
Some clear excitement from the fans here in Barclays Center. And right there, Derek told me that sharing this moment with his mom and doing something great for her.
With the 14th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Carter Bryant from the University of Arizona.
I think this quote from Arizona head coach Tommy Lloyd sums up Carter Bryant pretty well. He says, quote, "He checks two boxes that are really hard to check. He's an elite talent and he has elite character."
With the 15th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Thomas Sorber from Georgetown University.
This is incredible for Thomas, his mom, and his sister. This family has a really moving story. His mother, Tanae, escaped the Liberian Civil War and came to the United States. And Thomas says that after his father passed away, his mom stepped into the role here.
With the 16th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Yang Hansen from Zibo, China, and the Qingdao Eagles.
So remember, this pick is on its way to Portland. Yang Hansen, who led the Chinese Basketball Association in blocks and ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage. But Perk, I just love when a young man who doesn't know whether or not he'll hear his name called in the first round, he still comes and he sits in the stands and he waits for his moment.
Look, is that Rich Paul meeting him?
As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Portland Trailblazers are trading to the Memphis Grizzlies the draft rights to Cedric Cowherd, the 11th pick, and the Grizzlies are trading to the Trailblazers the draft rights to Yang Hansen, the 16th pick. With the 17th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Johan Birangi from Strasbourg, France, and the Olympia Club in Slovenia.
Johan Beranger, he was born in France, but he played last season in Slovenia. And as a kid, he played soccer, but he actually began playing basketball when he grew out of his cleats and he couldn't find any new ones.
And with the 18th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Walter Clayton Jr. from the University of Florida.
He gets the call and we get to see it in real time.
Absolutely. Motion's building up. You can tell he's been waiting to get his name called. And all of a sudden he get a golden opportunity to go to Washington. And that young man is going to perform.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Nolan Traoré from Charenton, France, and the San Quentin Basketball in France.
Nolan Traoré, another French player drafted tonight. He comes to the NBA after spending last season playing for France's top pro league.
With the 20th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Kasparis Jakučionis from Vilnius, Lithuania, and the University of Illinois.
Kasparis Jakučionis, nicknamed KJ.
Yeah.
You got that one?
I wasn't going to even try. I was going to work on it this summer.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Will Riley from Kitchener, Canada, and the University of Illinois.
And so Illinois players go back-to-back. KJ and Will are now the first pair of Illinois first-round picks since Darren Williams and Luther Head in 2005.
We have another trade to announce. As part of a deal to be finalized later, the Washington Wizards are trading to the Utah Jazz the draft rights to Walter Clayton Jr., the 18th pick, and the Jazz are trading to the Wizards the draft rights to Will Riley, the 21st pick. With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Drake Powell from the University of North Carolina.
This pick, of course, Drake Powell, is actually going to Brooklyn.
And with the 23rd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Asa Newell from the University of Georgia.
So a Georgia guy staying in Georgia because, again, Asa Newell headed here to the Atlanta Hawks.
And with the 24th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Nick Clifford from Colorado State University.
And how fitting that he is wearing Sacramento Kings purple as he hears his name called here. This is a young man who went back to school at Colorado State last season, and it really paid off.
With the 25th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Jace Richardson from Michigan State University. With the 26th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Ben Saraf from Gan Yoshia, Israel, and the Club in Germany.
The Nets fans are loving this one. The 6'6" guard from Germany, but was born in Israel. He began his basketball pro career at 16.
And with the 27th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Danny Wolf from the University of Michigan.
And you hear that roar? That roar from the crowd is these fans knowing that Danny Wolf has waited hours tonight to hear his name called. And now you see the mix of joy and relief as he shares this moment with his older brothers, Josh, Sam, Jake, his father, Joe, his mom, Tina.
That's where I'm going to go in this league.
In the 2025 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Hugo Gonzalez from Madrid and last played for Real Madrid. With the 29th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Liam McNeely from the University of Connecticut.
He waited all night, and here is his moment. He led UConn in points per game, second in rebounding, and of course he was a part of the Montverde team that went 33-0 alongside Cooper Flagg, Derek Queen.
With the 30th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Yannick Conan Niederhauser from Freyschel, Switzerland, and Penn State University.
Yannick Conan Niederhauser, again, Perk, one of
the first pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Rasheer Fleming from St. Joseph's University.
Rasheer Fleming from Camden, New Jersey, just 2 hours down the turnpike from where his NBA dream is being realized here. This pick is actually heading to Orlando.
With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Noah Penda from Bondy, France, and Francis Lemon.
Penda, who was born in France and comes to the NBA from France's top league, joined several French players already selected in the 2025 draft.
With the 33rd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Sion James from Duke University. With the 34th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton University.
Got way more comfortable shooting the ball this past year. Rim protection has been there a while. My ability to guard on the perimeter has taken a lot of steps forward.
With the 35th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Janai Broome from Auburn University.
Sharing this moment with his parents. This pick is headed to the Los Angeles Lakers.
With the 36th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Adu Thiro from the University of Arkansas.
I love this, that we get to see the moment that the call comes in. Adu led Arkansas in points and rebounds and steals, and this is a family of hoopers. His father played college ball under John Calipari for 4 seasons at Memphis. While we were in the break, the Detroit Pistons selected Chaz Lanier, Jay.
From Tennessee, and Detroit is getting an excellent shooter. He made the most threes in Tennessee history in a single season with 123.
With the 38th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Cam Jones from Marquette University.
Cam has carried a chip on his shoulder after being overlooked in high school, and that drive has carried him all the way to the NBA.
As part of a deal to be finalized later, the San Antonio Spurs are trading to the Indiana Pacers the draft rights to Cam Jones, the 38th pick. With the 39th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select Elijah Martin from the University of Florida.
Elijah's favorite saying is find a way or find an excuse. And he has found his way into the NBA. He played 5 seasons in college. This pick is actually on its way to the New Orleans Pelicans.
With the 40th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Micah Peavy from Georgetown University.
Micah with his family, originally from Texas, but this pick is being traded to the Phoenix Suns.
With the 41st pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Kobe Brea from the University of Kentucky.
This is a full circle moment for Kobe and his family. From New York and about to walk across the stage to his NBA dream here in Barclays Center. His dad, his mom, both from the Dominican Republic. His dad played professionally there. Kobe sharing this moment with his family. This is really what the NBA Draft is all about. This right here, hard work paying off.
With the 42nd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Maxime Reynaud from Paris, France, and Stanford University.
Maxime, Jay, the 7-foot Frenchman out of Stanford, the only NCAA Division I player to average at least 20 points and 10 rebounds this season. And he's very close friends with Victor Wembanyama. The two like to play chess together. He's also sparring partners with Victor.
With the 43rd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Washington Wizards select Jamir Watkins from Florida State University.
Bobby, you are a huge fan of Jamir Watkins.
Well, I'm a huge fan of him on and off the court. He comes out in the draft last year. He decides to go back to Florida State, and I asked him why. It was because he wanted to graduate, to be the first person in his family to graduate.
With the 44th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Brooks Barnhizer from Northwestern University.
Not surprisingly, from Northwestern, playing for Chris Collins, Brooks Barnhizer is a high IQ player. Had a foot injury this last year that really disrupted the end of his season, but he knows how to play. He's an excellent defender, really good length, and just tough as nails.
All right, the pick is in. This one headed to Minnesota.
With the 45th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Rocco Zekarski from Sunshine Coast, Australia, the NBA Global Academy in Australia, and Brisbane Bullets of the NBL.
Rocco Sikorsky was once, Jonathan, the youngest player in the NBL's Next Stars program history. While we were in the break, another pick selected, Amari Williams out of Kentucky. He was born in England, played for Great Britain in the 2019 FIBA U18 European Championship day.
Yeah, from Nottingham, England. Started his career at Drexel, where he was the Colonial Athletic Association Defensive Player of the Year. He is a lefty, excellent passer. They can run offense through him, and did that at Kentucky, and really a good rebound.
With the 47th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Bogoljub Markovic from Uzece, Serbia, and Serbia's Mega Basket.
At 6'11", Markovic was the 2024-25 Adriatic League Best Young Player winner. He'd previously declared for the 2024 NBA Draft, later withdrew his name.
With the 48th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Javon Small from West Virginia University.
The emotion, the color coordination, all a piece of his moment. Javon, he played 4 seasons in college. And while we were away, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they made their selection. They really wanted to get Tyrese Proctor. I am told, Jonathan, that he will have a spot on this roster next year.
That's correct, Malika. This is a spot that every agent was fighting for because it's going to be a roster spot. Every other pick here is going to be either two-way or a stash. Tyrese Proctor is a sweet shooting Australian guard, made 41% of his threes, helped to make the Final Four this year.
With the 50th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kobe Sanders from the University of Nevada.
Kobe Sanders, the first player drafted out of Nevada since Jalen Harris in 2020.
Kobe Sanders actually got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. Yeah, now this 51st pick is actually the New York Knicks' pick. So we saw a 50-51 swap essentially.
With the 51st pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the LA Clippers select Mohamed Diawara from Paris, France, and Francis Cholet Basket.
Mohamed on his way here to the New York Knicks. He was actually an early entrant in the 2024 NBA Draft, but withdrew, and now here's his name called in the second round of the 2025 Draft. While we were in the break, the Golden State Warriors selected Alex Tui, Jonathan.
Malika, the third Australian we've seen selected and the third member of the NBA Global Academy. Tough, smart, energetic forward in a Jetty Osman mold, standing 6'11" in shoes, 6'11" wingspan, strong feel for the game, two-way versatility, gets in passing lanes, does a little bit of everything in both ends of the floor. Intriguing pick for the Golden State Warriors.
With the 53rd pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select John Tonje from the University of Wisconsin.
John Tonje played 4 seasons, Jay, at Colorado State and another at Missouri before playing at Wisconsin.
Just had a great year at Wisconsin. John Tonje has a strong frame. He's tough.
Starting with the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers selected Talon Peter out of Liberty. He averaged nearly 14 points a game, shot 45% from 3, and now headed to the Indiana Pacers. And after that, the 55th pick, it says the Los Angeles Lakers, but actually Lachlan Ulbrich has been traded here. This pick is on its way to the Chicago Bulls, Jonathan.
Malika, Lachlan Ulbrich, strong, tough, skilled Australian big man with strong ball handling ability. Score inside the paint, can push off the defensive glass. He has good vision as a passer. But Malika, just a word on Talon Peter, who the Indiana Pacers just drafted. Wasn't in my top 100. Wasn't invited to Portsmouth, wasn't invited to the G League Elite Camp, wasn't invited to the NBA Combine, but here's his name called at 54, led the NCAA in true shooting percentage, 33 dunks, tremendous athlete. This is why the NBA Draft is beautiful, because you hear guys like Talon Peter hearing their name called in the draft also.
We're still working through it right now, but This pick is actually in talks to being traded. We'll report back when we have more. Malika, so I'm told this pick right here is not going to be Memphis's at 56. It's going to the Golden State Warriors. They're looking at several players. Florida's Will Richard is one of the players that the Warriors in their draft headquarters are looking strongly into. 59 now will go to Memphis.
59 will go to Memphis. Shams, thank you. We should mention there are only 59 picks in this draft because of a tampering penalty for the New York Knicks stemming from Jalen Brunson back in 2022.
With the 56th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Will Richard from the University of Florida.
Will Richard, part of the highest scoring trio in Florida history, Jay.
Started his career at Belmont, transferred to Florida, and he's a versatile shooter.
With the 57th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Max Shulga from Kyiv, Ukraine, and Virginia Commonwealth University.
Max Shulga from VCU. He averaged 15 points and just under 6 rebounds a game, Jonathan.
Malika, he was the Atlantic 10 Player of the Year. He led VCU to the NCAA tournament. He shot 39% for three in his 5 seasons in college. I'm told that the Boston Celtics are going to have Max Shulga on a 2-way contract last year. He's 6'5.5". He can play with the ball. He did a lot of playmaking for VCU and obviously an outstanding shooter. We're going to see in the G League if he can guard his position. If he can, he's going to be an NBA player.
With the 58th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Saliou Niang from Dakar, Senegal, in Italy's Trento Club.
Saliou Niang, the penultimate pick in tonight's draft. I loved Saliou, who is Senegalese Italian. I loved what he said in his statement declaring for this draft. He said that he wanted to take a moment to look back on the kid who fell in love with basketball, and he's still fueled by that very same passion today. He won the 2025 Italian National Cup and was the 2024-25 Italian Lega A most.
With the 59th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Jamai Meshack from the University of Tennessee.